Hi, this is Mish Hancock, and you are listening to MichMash, a place where I get to talk to the weird, wacky, wonderful people of this world, people I adore and want to know more about. Today, my guest is Michell Stockmann. She is the owner of Techknow Solutions, which provides strategic, creative, and affordable solutions for branding, marketing, and website needs. She is also the co-founder of Women Empowering Women National, a forum for working women to exchange information and support one another's business. Hi, Michelle.
Hello. You make me sound so professional.
You are professional. You are professional and fun. You have all the good stuff, so it's good. But I met you because of Women Empowering Women.
Yes.
Kelly Lamping invited me.
Yes.
And I was kind of like, oh, networking, blah, oh, networking. And then I got there and I'm like, oh my gosh, wait, this is like the networking I like.
Yes. Building relationships, not just passing up business cards and saying, hello, I do.
But more, it has I don't know how to describe it. And I was thinking about this before we started this today. I was like, how do I describe it? Because there's a lot of networking groups out there that are like, well, we're about building relationships. And I mean, and I love that, right? That should be first and foremost. But yours really does have a different feel. And I think that always starts with the top down, right? So the leadership is, as a person, you are actually quite interested and dedicated to helping people grow their business.
Absolutely.
And
I've lived that for a long time. Yes. In the helping of people. You know, I think we've had this conversation before of, as women, we tend to get a really bad rap for being catty and vicious and not helpful. But I really think we're nurturers by nature, and we want to help each other, and we want to include everyone, and we want to share our excitement and our knowledge because we want to lift people along with us versus stepping all over them, you know, and I think that's what I really try to work on, that collaborative spirit. I feel that once people really get that collaborative piece, it just works out.
And collaboration is like one of my most favorite words ever.
Yes.
You know, I mean, collaboration to me, and I know you're the same way, it's collaboration is way better than being competitive.
Right. Well, you and I are perfect examples.
Yeah, here we go.
Both have the same name. Marketers. Yeah. We're marketers. We do the same thing, yet there's so many people out there that need our business. We can't possibly service all of them. And nor do we want to. I have a different clientele that I love to work with than what you have. And we're not everybody's flavor. And I think it just works better when you have those other people, or there's clients I don't want to work with maybe, and I can send them your way if I want.
Oh gosh, thanks, Michelle. Like, this person's a pain in the butt. Right. You want to try it out?
Yeah.
Well, and St. Louis is a small community. And so, you know, we kind of, well, we know the pain in the butt people that everybody's like, oh.
Right. There's a list we pass around.
It's our list, the marketers. It's secret. Right. We don't talk. No kidding. But I mean, it is a small community, and I mean, it's a big community that feels small. It's really interesting. And so, you know, we as marketers, I can tell you, if you've been like through about 10 of us, we go, because we know each other, and a lot of us are really good and like each other. So
right.
But it's but as women, and I love this because, you know, women are, I feel, since I started my business, so I've been in business over 10 years now, and I feel like at some point I could feel like women were stepping in and going, okay, here we are in the business world. Men created it, right? But we're going to create it how we think we should for us.
Right.
And I can feel that shift and that change. And there's a lot to be said for, and, you know, and I wish I got to find this study, but I remember I had read a study a long time ago that was talking about how having a man and a woman as leadership is really good for a lot of businesses, to have those different perspectives and those different energies involved with it. So you do want this overall in the business world. You need to have both energies, not one or the other, both.
Oh, I think that's inclusive of a lot of things. Energies in general, having those direct energies. I can come across as very direct and blunt because that's what I need. I think people who are professional and driven and have a lot going on aren't time wasters. Although I can waste a lot of time doing a lot of things. Not gonna lie, I'm not gonna say it's all the time, but you know, there's very direct people, very let's get things done. You need those people, but you also need those people who, can also, and maybe we call that a male energy of sorts because, there's some great companies that are run by men, so we're not a man bashing group. I get along with men and all of that kind of stuff too. But I feel like it's an energy piece as well, that you need that nurturing side. It's the playing off mom and dad as kids. You go to mom when you want this thing, but you go to dad when you want something else.
Exactly.
Or you play off of them. So I think a lot of that has to do with those energy pieces, at the forefront. And it's, and not that we're always, oh, come here and we'll take care of that.
Right.
Women can do multiple things, girl power and all, and we don't have to be boxed into other things. It adjusts. We're highly emotional. We get in trouble for that a lot of times for being too emotional, but now they've converted it to this fancy world called passion. We're just passionate about these different things, and it's still that emotion piece. We're so invested and we want to see things go great, and we want to see things be amazing, and we want, not that we have to have the banner above our name that says, oh, I did this. There is a great success in lots of people and lots of energies coming together to make that happen. When you see that. I love Disney. For people who don't know, I'm obsessed with Disney, all things Disney, Walt Disney, the community, the culture, their workplace, how Walt Disney created, doers, and he empowered people and all of this kind of thing. He would come up with these crazy ideas and say, I want this to happen in, technology. So when he did the President's Hall with the animatronic presidents and said, I want this to happen. And they were like, this doesn't exist.
What? A bunch of presidents talking? Yeah. Robot presidents? What are we doing here?
And he said, I don't know, make it happen pretty much. And they figured it out. They wanted to. They thought he was kooky and weird, but they knew he was a visionary, and he created this culture of values and vision that still exists today. It changes, the vision may change, but their values have stayed that core value of innovation, of dreamers, of making new things happen, encompassing so many people. So I just love
pushing that envelope a bit, but it's like, and I love what you just said, figure it out, because that's many times. So I think that's a sign of a good manager. I mean, sometimes I have to support you a little bit to help you get to this place, but other times you just know there's certain people like they can figure it out. I really do not have to guide them on this. Don't lean on me. Go figure it out. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I think that sort of, and this is one of the things I loved about your group was I felt like there was a lot of transparency, and I felt like it was a safe place to say, so listen, I'm really good at this and I got this going on. I'm happening there, but I'm a little freaked out about, I need help with, and that takes a lot of confidence actually to say, right? That, that this part's freaking me out of my comfort zone. I know I need to get there. I know it's important for me to get there, but I could use a little support on this because I'm feeling like if I did this on my own, I'm not going to come off the way I really want to come off, or, and I think that's where having that group of people that are willing to help you out with that. I mean, I know for me, it's like sometimes there's business meetings and I'm like I'm asking Josh, the business guy, my business consultant, whatever Josh wants to be called, like coach, business, everything guy, I'll be like, I need you at this meeting. because I feel like I'm not going to come off like I need to come off. Like I
Right.
can't do this. You know what I mean?
Right. No,
Well,
I
you
get
know,
that. Yeah. My favorite part of the meeting is the SOS section we created. And, I got to
yes.
give shout out to my friend, Natalie Jablonski, because she is actually the one who helped me brainstorm this. So she had come and presented to our group. And at the end of the meeting, she had every single person go around and say something nice about themselves, but it couldn't be physical. It had to be internal. And it was the most excruciating thing to watch as these women had to say something nice. And when you looked down the row and you saw the next woman who was up, she was in near panic tears because, like, what am I going to say? And what's not going to sound like,
I'm bragging.
I'm so bragging. And
Yes.
I watched that because I always watch the group in general to see what do people think about this. And it saddened me to the core. It was, why are we so afraid to say things? And so I got in the car driving home and I'm like, why was that so painful? And, we should be proud of successes. If we hit a sales goal, if we hit, during the first few weeks of the pandemic, if we wore pants, that was a great success. If we washed our hair, that was a great success. And, to be able to shout those out was like a no-brainer. So in the car, I'm thinking about this and I called her and I said, I love what you did. I want to incorporate that somehow. So we created this SOS, share our struggles, share our successes. It is that
awesome
safe place of what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas kind of vibe. You're surrounded by other like-minded people. You can shout it out. You don't have to feel bad that somebody's going to think you're all that in a bag of chips because you said, I hit my sales goal, or hey, I, crushed this, or I did this. But at the same time, you have to have a place to share those struggles. If you're in a room with other people, if I'm having a marketing problem or like, wow, I'm really having difficulty with the social media thing, I might call Mish and say, hey, Mish, have you run into this problem? And Mish might say, well, as a matter of fact, I've had, because we do want to help each other.
right.
And if you ask people, and I think as women, we are so afraid to not know the answers to things. And we have serious imposter syndrome. I'm extremely guilty of it.
Yes, I worked on that one because I had that for a long time. With TEDx, I had it, because I was just like, did this just kind of fall in my lap? And I was just right time, right place. And I did this whole, I had this whole thing. And then I read this article I never heard of it. And I read this article, I'm like, oh gosh, I think that's kind of me. And then one of the things it said was, here's the deal. If you saw the opportunity and you did well with it, then there you go. Do you know how many people are given opportunities and they don't do crap with it?
Yes, so many. Right? There's a TED talk on the imposter syndrome, right?
Is there?
I'll have to send it to you.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. There was a day where I felt like I knew a lot of them. Now there's so many. I mean, I don't even know how many TEDx's there are at this point. The last count, I think it was like at 1,500, but I'm sure it's beyond that now.
Yeah. So much great information. But again, that's a place where people are expressing their successes, their struggles, telling us those stories. And it's so relatable because, like, I would never tell people that I didn't feel worthy. I'm running a women's networking organization that's on a national platform. Talk about not feeling capable or not feeling, worthy enough to do this. Like, we've had opportunities where we've had colleges come up to us and say, hey, we want to offer this to our students. And I said, oh, I'll tell you how to start one up, here. And they're like, no, we want to be a part of yours.
Yeah,
and I said, what? Why? And I wasn't thinking, because I'm thinking, I did this. Yes, we have 7 years of experience and kind of what works, what doesn't work. I focus more on the what I don't want because of other groups that I see have things happen that
Yep.
then that creates us to have this experience of what WW is. So it's kind of funny, but they want something that already exists that they can tap their students into and have mentors at some point. Not that we have that part as part of our vision, but I love that. Imagine if you and I would have had something like this when we were 19, 20 years old. I mean, we're pretty awesome and fierce now. How cool would we be had we had that earlier on?
Had we had it earlier on and not felt like, I'm one of the few that want to go into business that's a woman and I don't know what to do there. And I think, at the age I am, I definitely experienced working in the corporate world. And because I am a woman, I was considered administrative staff, even though I was in marketing.
Yes.
And I remember that there was a few incidents where, they were men, would come up and say, "Hi, can you type this up for me?" And I would be like, "No, I'm marketing. I'm not administrative." And I remember the girl sitting next to me in the marketing department looked at me like, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe you just told him you weren't going to do that." And so he went to my boss and was like, "I just asked that new gal and she said no." And my boss supported me. She was like, "Well, she's not, she's marketing." And so she's there to help. She's our, I was their meeting planner. She's like, "So if you need," and that's what that's what I tell people. I'm like, "Oh, I don't do that. Now, if you need a meeting, let me know. That's my place. But no, I don't just type up papers for people or, that's not my thing. I don't know. Maybe you should get a person that does that for you." Right. And nothing against administrative people. Oh my gosh, we need them and they are extremely valuable for us. But that wasn't my thing. I mean, I have enough to do. You have to find the person that helps you out with this. And then again, you kind of felt like, is that all you thought of the administrative task? Because the administrative staff, because we know that those people are holding the keys to the kingdom many times.
Oh,
right?
Absolutely.
And
absolutely.
They are relied upon for a lot of things. In fact, one of the things that we uncovered as meeting planners was how many administrative people were actually meeting planners. And it was like, your title should be meeting planner because that's what you're doing. Right. You putting all these meetings together is not, there's administrative aspects to it, but there's a heck of a lot more that goes into planning a meeting than all the administrative, the to-do list. Totally. It's a visionary kind of thing.
Isn't that so funny? That, my name, the way it's spelled, Michell, I often am mistaken for Michael or Mitchell.
Hello, me and you both. Yes. I'm Mitch. 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 I'm like, what's Mish? But know, and I'm a gal. Although, haven't you every once in a while just want to be like, no, I'm a guy.
Yes.
This is to mess with people.
Hey, these days, totally.
These days, you cannot, but you have to be open and understanding. I ask people outright, because I want to honor where people are and what they are comfortable with. Right. But yes, we are.
Do you think that's also because your name, because you're more sensitive to it? I'm more sensitive to, making sure I'm spelling people's names correctly or pronouncing them correctly because of the number of people that, my name is at the bottom of every email I send, spelled correctly. Yeah, when you reply back to me and you throw an E on the end, okay, I get it if it's an autocorrect.
I get the T's in the middle, the Mitch, right? I think so. And also, people are very creative with their names, right? So you have to really pay attention because there could be 10 different ways to spell a name. Oh, absolutely. Nowadays. And so I do pay attention. Autocorrect gets me sometimes though. And so I've sometimes been like, oh my gosh, I just realized I spelled your name this way and I didn't mean to. Autocorrect got me, but I acknowledge it because a name's important. Right.
Well, and it's a detail, right? Yeah. Although that being said, I have been afforded many opportunities because people thought I was a Michael or a Mitchell. And as I started out as IT with our company, and I was brought into many, many companies and organizations to help with their IT work. But when I showed up, they felt they were duped because, like, you're a girl, you know.
Oh my
Yes,
gosh,
I
that's
am.
so
Thank you.
funny.
Yeah,
Yes, correct. I am.
I am.
Because,
But you know what's odd too, when we first started and I kept getting that, I did not have the confidence to be like, yes, I am woman, hear me roar sort of thing. Man, that really dated me, didn't it?
you know,
But
it's just what it is.
yeah,
We've seen a lot of changes happen. We've seen a lot of changes happen, you
right.
know, and I love that many of the change we got to be a part of.
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
fun.
Always
So
evolving.
tell us, okay, how do people find you? Let's talk about where to find Michelle and the things she does.
I'm all over the place. Uh,
You're active,
yes.
very active on social media,
Very active on
but
social.
so like talk about where do they find out more about Techknow and women empowering women?
So we are on all the social platforms. So Facebook and LinkedIn, Instagram. I have a website, Techknow Solutions, for my business, which is Techknow Solutions. I thought it was cute when I first created it almost 20 years ago,
I
because
like it.
our slogan was, when it comes to technology, you're in the know. So it was a great play on words, but now I have to spell it all the time because people think we're a dance club. So we're techno. Boom, boom, boom.
Techknow
Yeah.
Solutions. We got the beat.
Yes, exactly. So there's that. And then Women Empowering Women, we have our website, which is wewnational.com. And you can find out loads of meetings and events. We have a speaker series that I think someone that I know is going to be on there coming
Ooh.
up soon. This
I get to see
Michell
that.
lady.
Yes,
Yeah,
the Mitch. Mitch is coming in to talk about I don't know what.
right.
Oh, I love it. No, I'm excited about it. And you've got different levels of membership.
Different levels of membership. There will always be a free
Yep.
component, which is what we were built on for the last 7 years. You can come to any meeting for free. We're virtual, just like everything else is right now, at least till the end of the year, probably longer. We'll see how that goes.
Yes, that's
And
the unknown.
the unknown. And for someone who's a planner, really hard. But yes, so we've migrated over to virtual very easily. Hope to go in person soon, but there's
I know.
that.
I
And
miss seeing
then,
people.
yes, hugs. I miss hugs.
Yes.
You know,
Oh
and
my
I
gosh.
don't think
I know.
elbow bumps are going to work for me.
And I think my dog is tired of me trying to hug him. I don't think dogs really dig hugs like people.
Teenagers don't dig hugs like.
True that. True that. Yeah, I got one of those too.
Yeah.
So I have some fun questions for you.
Okay.
So I know you're a Disney fan, but
Yes.
you're
Okay.
also a Wonder Woman fan. She's right
Yes.
behind you.
Yes.
She's just over your shoulder saying
Yes.
hello to everybody. Let's talk about Wonder Woman.
Okay. What about Wonder Woman?
So, I mean, there's the obvious reason why you're a fan, but is that like kind of iconic to you, the Wonder Woman?
It is. It's a piece of nostalgia. I'm super excited that everybody else is on board with it. I have a semi-famous picture. Had I known you would have asked me, I would have brought it, of my brother and I in Wonder Woman underoos, and he was in Spider-Man underoos. Remember underoos? And we even stood the way where arms up, arms down,
oh my
like
gosh,
the commercial.
Underoos. I totally remember those.
Underwear that's fun to wear,
yes,
right?
That's right.
They should still make that. But
they should. That and what was the other one? Granimals. Remember
Granimals? Oh my gosh, they need to bring that back. I need to match tigers with tigers, and I do not know how to dress properly.
Granimals was foundational to how I dress myself now. Like I tend to be really matchy matchy, as my daughter says. I'm like, it's Granimals. I learned how to match at a young age.
My God, that's hilarious, because I say this all the time. Oh, two things they should totally bring back. I love the whole Wonder Woman thing, not just for, she's a superhero, she can do lots of things, but if you think about it, she really doesn't have any magical superpowers, right? she has a cool lasso. She has a invisible plane. That's kind of awesome.
Cool. Yeah.
The truth lasso, because what's great about that is she just wants to get to the core of people. She wants to figure out, be truthful, be honest. I love the way they portrayed her in the new movies, where she is very, very literal, but also very, why aren't people just good? Why aren't people just nice? Because she's come from this amazing, beautiful island. Why you would leave it, I have no idea. But
seriously, you should stay there. It's stay there. Good gig.
Yes, but she comes, to help, save her people, help her people. I just love all those corny pieces of it's just about love and peace and, being good and living a good life and all of that. And love, she finds love. So that's super cute. But
well, love is always cute. We love love. All right. So my next question is, who was your first best friend? Like, do you remember the name of the first person you're like, this is my best friend?
My probably first best friend. I can just remember Susan from like second grade would probably be one that, before that you're just friends with everybody.
Well, yeah.
But she lived across the street.
Claiming
best
friends,
I think, also Angie was a best friend. I've known her since kindergarten, and she lived on one end of town. I lived on the other end of town, which our town's not very big, but we would always meet in the middle. So it was a little bit.
Wait, are you still friends with Angie?
I am, yeah.
Oh my gosh. Isn't it fun to have a really, really long time friend?
Yes. We were not as together as
Pullman. Yeah, Chris Pullman and her father and my father have been friends since they were 8 years old.
Wow.
So then when all the kids started showing up, right, we were friends, and Chris and I are like a month apart in age. And so we were best buddies. But what's so funny to me is that I just recently found my mother, actually, my mom and dad moved, they lived in the same house for like a million years. And they just moved recently, and they found things that they forgot they had. And one was my diary from when I was a kid. And there's a whole thing there where I'm like, Chris Pullman, I love you. And we did this she spent the night tonight. I'm like, Chris, oh my gosh. I'm like on Facebook, like, look at what we were doing back in 1974.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. That is entertaining. My husband and I are high school sweethearts, and we found
really
I've kept notes that we used to pass each other, and we used to have a notebook we used to pass in the hallways, and we read it and thought, oh my God, we need to burn this before somebody reads, especially our children.
Don't let the kids see it. Don't let the kids see it. Yeah. Oh my God, that's so funny.
Oh, but if only those were the issues I have now, were those issues then.
Right. Right. Well, I was helping my daughter get ready for her first day of college, of course, all online. But and she was stressed out about a few things. And in my mature, I've been here forever mind, I'm like, oh, just don't worry about it. It's okay. And I'm thinking, no. When I was her age, I would have been freaked. I freaked out about this kind of thing, because you're just so concerned about, I'm starting this big new adventure, and I want to show up right, and I want to know what I'm doing, and so. That's awesome. Hi, Angie and Susie. Yeah. Was it Susie or Susan?
Susan, yes.
All right. Angie and Susan, if you're listening, hello.
I'm going to tell them.
Michelle says hi.
Yes.
All right. I have to ask this, and you're going to know why.
Oh, no. You make me nervous. My heart is pounding with the possibility of questions.
Because it was so funny. But so what is the most expensive jar of cherries you've ever purchased?
Oh my gosh. Yes. $17 for cherries.
$17. But they were rocking. They were really
good.
They were so good. We know this because Michelle and I, we hung out socially distanced, of course.
Yes.
We hung out at my loft, and Michelle brought over this super yummy combination to make. We had dry vanilla soda.
Dry vanilla soda, my new favorite soda. And it comes apparently in other flavors, so I'm going to be trying more of them.
It was so good. Then we put these. So then she's like at the grocery store. Go ahead, say it. You have to tell.
I went to the grocery store and asked the lady where the maraschino cherries, because I thought, cherry vanilla soda would be fun.
Perfect.
And she's like, oh, they're right here. And I said, oh, great. And I grabbed them, imported from Italy. That sounds wonderful. I figured they were going to be more than the $2 bottle of bright red maraschino cherries, but it's Mish. And I was going out. And so I'm thinking $5, $7 maybe. That's all good. Not that there's a price on any kind of going out with you, Mish, but when I got to the checkout, scanned them, self-scanned, bing, $17. And I didn't want to not take them back. I was at a grocery store in, Ladue area. So I didn't want people to go, oh, that lady over there is yelling about $17 cherries.
for cherries. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I totally get it. I'd have just been like, yeah, okay. Well, okay.
I used it as a business expense. It was on my business credit card. So we talked a lot of business that day.
Your tax person is going to be like, can you please explain these cherries? Well, it was a business meeting.
Right. I had to impress.
So, well, this is recorded, right? So we can just let your tax person. I was extremely impressed. I agreed to do the talk, and we're probably going to work together.
Yes. See, all business happened. ROI is very good.
Worth it. Yes. So the return on investment has been incredible.
Right. They were so good. I've still been enjoying them. I had them with a little umbrella the other day.
I have to go get some now. Now I feel like they are so valuable to me. 17 is nothing for those cherries.
No.
We don't know the name of them, but they're good.
Yeah. I probably have that picture still. I did take a picture.
It's on Facebook. Follow us on Facebook.
Yes,
and
that's
you'll
right.
get it. Yeah, it's there somewhere. Well, Michelle, this has been way fun. I love and adore you, as you know.
Ditto.
I am so happy that we were brought together. Thank you, Kelly Lampy.
Yes.
Thank you for bringing us together.
Yes, agree. I enjoy you so much, your energy. I love everything you're doing. I'm your biggest cheerleader fan.
Yay!
I just love it.
I do
you're
too.
doing amazing things, and you totally deserve being Ted at St. Louis. No imposter syndrome there.
Here. Absolutely. No. Got rid of it. Yes.
Right.
So yeah, a lot of good lessons, a lot of good information to share with people today. Totally appreciate it. Love you. Love you.
Love you too.
Everybody check out Michelle, or as she is known in other circles, Michell or Michael.
Stockmann. I should probably add that to my name.
To your, also known as. There
right. Yes.
All right, everybody. You have been listening to MichMash Podcast. Thank you for tuning in. We love you. Have a good one. Bye.